My name is Alan Martin, and I'm the District Technology Resource Teacher for Bowling Green Independent School District. Today we're going to talk about Children's Internet Protection Act, and we're also going to talk about Google Chromebooks at the Bowling Green High School. Bowling Green High School decided to go one-to-one, and in doing so, they felt that they were preparing students for an ever-changing world that sees technological advancements happening now at a rapid rate. We believe every student has a right to an education that prepares them for further education and for future employment. And they want to develop the skills that they must have as 21st century learners. They have to have creativity, communication abilities, collaboration skills, and critical thinking. As our school moves forward towards a one-to-one environment, we want to ensure that all 9th and 10th grade students have that opportunity to learn in an engaging environment so that they can be successful in a reflective world. We wanted to think about some of the outcomes that we wanted our students to have. The administration and teachers decided upon 4 things. 1, we want to make sure that students can get the content. We want our students to become problem solvers through real-world applications and through project-based learning. We want them to practice the 21st century skills that they need to engage in their curriculum and prepare for a future career that we may not even know what will be like in the years to come. We want our students to be able to collaborate with their peers, their teachers, and outside experts. No longer do we want them to participate in a silo mentality. We must think outside our rooms and outside of the things that we all grew up on. We also really want our students to be great citizens in the digital environment. Students will demonstrate digital citizenship by being aware of dangers that are online, and they're everywhere. And we must be diligent in using technology for good and not evil. Even though the evil things are out there, we need to refrain from that. Some ways that we can talk about that. Make sure, guys, you do not let other students or friends have your device or your passwords. Don't go to the inappropriate sites. Don't leave your device unsupervised. Store it properly. Refrain from that. We also want you to be creative. We want you to create and publish meaningful work for authentic audiences, for a purpose. There are all kinds of tools out there, and we want you to use those tools that you believe are going to be successful. We want you to stay engaged, and we want you to be excited about learning. We want you to come into the classroom and know that you have the tools that will allow you to be successful. In doing that, though, we need to make sure that we keep up with our Chromebooks and keep up with our devices. Your Chromebook is something that you have to take care of. You must charge it. They must be brought to school each day fully charged. This is your pen and paper and pencils now, and this is your notebook. You have to come with it prepared. Please don't write all over your Chromebooks. Don't put stickers and drawings. Although you get to use it, it is a property of Bowling Green City Schools. We ask that you make sure that you don't cover up any of the fan vents or block the motors that run in there that would not allow for proper ventilation. Just be aware of that. Don't put it in your device and have it on, or put it in your backpack and leave it on. Just please be aware of those things. Also, when you're carrying Chromebooks, we want you to transport the Chromebooks properly. Always use 2 hands. Don't put your Chromebook in an overpacked backpack. We're trying to eliminate crowded backpacks. Like, you guys have carried textbooks, and we know you still may have some textbooks, but don't just cram your Chromebook inside of that. Don't carry your Chromebook when the screen is open. Close your Chromebook when you're carrying it. Lids should always be closed tight and secured when moving around. Never move a Chromebook by lifting the screen. The screens are very fragile, and we ask that you please be careful with it. Always support the Chromebook from the bottom. Use both hands. Don't do like this fella carrying all these chairs. Make sure you do things properly, and we would certainly appreciate you helping us with that, because it's your device. We want you to be able to use it. Also, to take care of the screen. This is a question that gets asked all the time. It can be easily damaged. Don't put a lot of pressure on the screen, please. Don't store the Chromebook with the screen in an open position. Don't poke the screen with pencils and crayons and all those kind of things. And if you want to clean it, those anti-static cloths are great to clean those. Also, a microfiber cloth. And also, in the unfortunate event, if there are damages to the Chromebook, in order to provide devices for everybody, we have to take care of these. And your first incident, if it's an accidental damage, it'll be $25. Second event, accidental, $50. Third, it's going to cost $75. And if you misuse it, neglect it, intentionally damage it, or lose it, know that the value of this device is approximately $249.50. That's as of July 31st. So please make sure that you take care of it. If you lose a power cord, you know that that's a $49 fee. So keep up with your power cord. Don't just lay it around anywhere. Now, I'm going to move into the CIPA part of our presentation, and it may not be the most fun, but it's something important that we need to let all you guys know. In order to provide a safe and productive cloud-based environment, Bowling Green Independent School District wants to enforce a policy of internet safety that includes measures to block or filter internet access for both minors and adults, and want to make sure that all students and staff are compliant with the Children's Internet Protection Act, which was signed into law on December 21st in 2000. Bowling Green Independent School District Internet Safety Policies addresses all of the following issues. Access by minors to inappropriate matter on the internet and World Wide Web is a violation of our acceptable use policy and is dealt with appropriately by the administration. The safety and security of minors when using electric mail, chat rooms, and other forms of direct communications is important to us, and we make every effort to prevent any issues. Unauthorized access, including hacking and other unlawful activities by minors online, is a real possibility, and students and staff should be aware of these issues and work to avoid them. Unauthorized disclosure, use, and dissemination of personal information regarding minors is unacceptable in our district. Measures designed to restrict minors' access to materials harmful to minors have been addressed, and we continue to make improvements, and we want to protect all of our minors, all of you guys as students. We want to protect you. In a little bit, you're going to have to take a quiz over the information I'm going to talk about, so if you want to take some notes on your Google Docs or on whatever you want to do, just note that these are some of the things that we're going to be talking about. So in order to address our CIPA, we want to go over these things. When is it okay to share personal information like your full name and address, all those things, to share them online? When can you do that? You have to be very cautious because people are out there trying to get your information and to use it inappropriately. So only do that when you're actually on a site that you know for sure you can trust. So don't just trust any site. Don't just put your information out there. Please refrain from that all you can. So again, when is it okay to share? Only when you're on a site that you can trust completely. Also, to keep your viruses and malware from harming your computer and files, it's important that you keep your browser up to date. Nobody wants any viruses. Nobody wants any problems. Fortunately, with our Chromebooks, we have less virus possibilities. Google does a good job of protecting those, but if you're using other devices like a PC or in a lab, just be careful. If you don't know something that someone sent you in an email in particular, do not open those. Also, we want you to be smart when you're using social media sites. The most ideal privacy setting for you is to make a custom setting so that you know what you're doing to protect yourself. If you're on a Facebook, you don't want everything to be public. So just be cautious of those things. And those of you that use Instagram and Snapchat, know that those things are very important, that you protect your settings and only communicate with folks that you can absolutely trust. Also, many of you guys have passwords, and you know what? Some of you have passwords that is actually the word password, and that is totally unacceptable. Some of you use purples or your dog's name or your initials or something like that. You can't do that. You have to use upper and lowercase letters and add numbers and symbols. Make it hard for those hackers to get in there and get your information, because people are trying every day to get your information. Don't write your password under your keyboard. Don't write your password on your device. Find a good, secure way to protect that. Also, it may be a little technical, but if you see a URL that says HTTPS, understand that that is a secure socket layer, or SSL, and it will actually help to protect users if you're sharing information online. So if you do have to share personal information, make sure that the HTTP has an S on it, and be very cautious. Um, do your research, guys. Always be cautious of websites. You can pretty much know that all .org sites and all .com sites are not friendly. They're out there trying to either sell things that may be appropriate, may be inappropriate, may be true, may be false. You have to do your research and be careful when you're posting something out there. And another thing, those of you that are just copying and pasting from something, from an article that you found on the internet and pasting it into a schoolwork, don't do that. That's called plagiarism. So come on now, don't copy and paste and pretend it's yours. You have to paraphrase that and do it appropriately. Please be careful what you post online. Internet content is permanent, and even though you say, well, Snapchat's not permanent, well, yeah, actually it is, and that's a myth. And if you post something now when you're 14, 15, 16 years old, it's going to be on there forever. So before you post something, just think and make sure that you would want your mom or your grandmother to read that, or to notice that. Also, cyberbullying is a big problem. We need to do everything that we can to prevent that. Creating hate groups is bad. Posting mean content is bad. Photoshopping someone else's photo to embarrass them. Recording and posting fight videos, spreading rumors, stealing someone's identity. All of those are bad. They're bad to the person that it's done to. And also, there are social and legal consequences. So if you're sending inappropriate pictures, know that you could be arrested. You could have a record as a young person that would really not be detrimental to the things that you're trying to do as a young person. So it's not impossible for legal matters to become an issue. So we want to avoid that at all costs. Posting something can ruin your reputation, get you in trouble with the law, and it can certainly damage your future events. If there's some cyberbullying that's going on, report that. If anyone sends you adult images or asks you to send images of yourself, talk to your adult. Find a teacher. Here's a tip line that you can report that to. That shouldn't happen. What's the best thing for a person to do if they receive a threatening email? If it's really bad, you can save that as evidence, but make sure you talk to the authorities. Let your teacher or your parents know what's going on. Don't hide that, and don't keep that to yourself. Online information, it can spread quickly into a lot of people. It'll reach people that you don't want it to, and is in fact permanent. So please be careful. Stay away from any inappropriate content, drinking, hate speech, profanity. If you put those things on there, you're creating a negative digital footprint. And as you go to get jobs and as you go to college, people are now looking online to find out who you are and what you're all about. So please be careful. Before you do anything, who might you hurt if you post it? Could this get you in trouble? Will the adults in my life think it's appropriate? Just take some time. I mean, we know we're going to do things online, but we want our students to be the most successful and the best that they can be. You're going to take a quiz in a little bit, and we hope that it will help you understand digital online stuff is important. And we thank you for making great decisions. We look forward to great opportunities using the digital tools. Thank you.